Hello and welcome to this lesson of the course. In the previous one, we saw some references from films, but this time we are going to take a look at graphic references. Like I told you before, everybody has the idea of a superhero in mind. A person with a cape and a unique costume. The image of Superman is like the standard depiction of a superhero. And most of the characters are, to some extent, inspired by him in one way or another. In fact, I'm sure that if you look for superhero on the internet, the colors that you will find the most will be red, blue, and yellow. However, there are many different superheroes. At the same time, there are many depictions and fan art of these characters. For example, here's a cool illustration of Robin. To be honest, there are not only illustrations of the classic popular superheroes. Times are changing, and new depictions and generations appear from time to time. This one is from a recent Spider-Man film. And I don't know if you have ever heard of Teen Titans. It's a TV series whose characters are superheroes, but far from the classic depiction. Now look at this image. It contains many recognizable superheroes, but they have been created using a geometric style, so the anatomy has a very particular look. Okay, these images are from Teen Titans. Sometimes you need to be careful because you might find all kinds of stuff at Pinterest. Here, this is a good example. By the way, Teen Titans is one of the first animated series whose main cast is composed of very young superheroes. Anyway, take a look at the differences in the style from its previous iteration, on the left, to its newest version, on the right. There has been kind of a simplification, while retaining the main characteristic elements of each one. For example, they keep a very similar color palette, as well as their costumes. Let's go back and take a look at this image. The top part shows the oldest original style, the middle part shows the 2003 style, and the bottom part shows the newest iteration. As you can see, there are some elements that are present in all of them. For example, the main colors are the most recognizable features of each character. Let's talk about a very popular manga series at the present time. It's called Boku no Hero Academia or My Hero Academia. Its animated adaptation is currently airing on TV, and it stands out for its characters and the animation. Its plot isn't very complex, but it works very well, and I recommend it. It goes like this. A boy inherits the powers from his favorite superhero. Of course, each character has their own powers, and their appearance clearly reflects those powers. Let's see an example. The girl on the bottom has frog-like abilities, and the girl on the top can control gravity. Notice how her costume looks like an astronaut suit. There are also other characters whose powers are related to fire, and so on. You get the drill. Here's another recent film, The Incredibles 2, a big hit. The creators made a good study of the anatomy of a superhero. In fact, all these characters are very well thought. The audience can instantly tell the personality of each one just by looking at their bodies. For example, the father has a big body. The mother is skinny. The daughter is even thinner. You get the point. The style is quite geometrical. And I like how they convey their personalities with just these geometrical shapes. Look at this. What else can I say about The Incredibles? Well, they are superheroes and they need to hide their identities because superheroes are forbidden in their world. And the film revolves around this idea. Look at this image. I think it's awesome. It's the perfect example of how to define the anatomy with shapes. Let's go with another example from Disney. This film was released in 2014, and it's called Big Hero 6. It tells the story of a kid that finds a robot and then develops its armor. He, along with his friends, eventually create a team of superheroes to combat a villain. Here you can see the design of the armor. It's just great. Disney is a big studio with a lot of professionals, so they are able to cover a lot of different styles. Here you can see all the members of the superhero team from the film. Of course, each one of them has their own personality and color palette. It's good to point this out. Alright, I think we are done with this lesson. I hope you enjoyed this and see you in the next one.